Hi, this is Paul Bryant with South Coast Yachts, and today I'm going to do another video walkthrough on my latest listing. It's a 2014 Beneteau Gran Turismo or GT 44, and this boat is about as close to Bristol as you could possibly get, and I don't use that term lightly, but the owner has kept her, spared no expense to keep her in the most perfect condition, and has done a lot of upgrades to the boat. I'll just run through a couple of things here while we walk around the outside. He's got mesh screens that go on these windows on the outside, and same as on the windshield up forward here, which helps keep a lot of the sunlight out of the boat when you're not underway, keeps the boat nice and cool. These boats have beautiful lines, and has the air step hull, so you can see the air step intake here. Makes the boat very, very efficient, one of the most efficient hulls on the market today. This side window here is part of the window that is in the master stateroom, the full beam master stateroom. So you have these picture windows on each side. Just an example of the owner's attention to detail. He's had custom labels made for all the vents, the lifting points, the fuel port and starboard tanks, and the water tanks. See the labels right there. And as we step aboard, you'll notice this large dinghy garage, which I have opened up here. Before we get to that, here's the place for the swim ladder, an attachment point for that there. Plenty of cleats around the boat, low cleat and high cleat. And then there's actually an electric grill that stands here and plugs into a 110 volt outlet. Boat has two shore power cords, one for the house loads and one for the air conditioning. There's also a nice sun pad here, and it has a nice sunbrella cover on it. So the dinghy garage opens up, and space for a good sized dinghy. There's this roller system that you can flip out to make it easy to pull the dinghy up and down. There's also an electric winch at the back here, and it has a remote so you can pull the dinghy up. Makes it very, very easy. And the owner's added all these storage nets, little carabiners to hook things onto. Lots of little nice additions. There's also a 12 volt socket here for an inflator to inflate a dinghy. This is a visual and audible alarm, so when the door's going up or down, it makes a noise like a truck backing up, so that everyone's aware. The boat also has underwater lights. I'll post a picture in the listing of some night shots with the underwater lights on, and we'll go take a walk around the side. So up on the bow, we've added both fresh and saltwater wash down here, so you can use the salt with this hose, salt water to wash all the mud off the anchor and the chain, not waste a lot of fresh water, and then rinse down the boat with fresh water to get the salt off after a long trip. Has a generous anchor locker under here, hatch above the forward guest stateroom, and then this huge sun pad here, and it has a custom sunbrella cover to keep it dry and protected from the elements. Good cup holders on either side, nice bolster headrest, and then the added mesh screen up here on the windshield. And because it's over the windshield wipers, it gets airflow between the screen and the windshield and keeps it nice and cool, keeps a lot of the sun out. One of the most popular features of this boat is the opening top here. You can look down on the helm, and this opens all the way, so nice sunroof feature. Really nice feature when you're coming up. You have handholds here, but you also have this wonderful grip along the top all the way along. You've got a handrail here, and then you've also got a nice grip here for when you're walking forward. Very safe and secure, especially when you step up here. I'll give you a shot looking forward. Beneteau thought that out very carefully and cleverly. So here we are in the engine room of Chelsea Rose, and a couple of things I want to point out that the owner has upgraded. This is the water fixer that supplies clean, fresh drinking water to a little spigot in the galley, and it has a pre-filter, a charcoal filter, and then goes through this ultraviolet light that sterilizes everything. And then the high point of this engine room is these huge dual Raycor fuel filter water separator systems. So one of these is for one engine, and so you're running off right now this filter. If this filter clogs, you can very easily just switch over to the next filter. So wonderful system. Also has a pressure or a vacuum gauge on it, so you can see if the filter is getting clogged, it will start pulling a vacuum. And so there's one of these for each engine, and it's all mounted on this custom made teak bracket here, beautifully finished. See that? Another little upgrade that we made that is very important is we moved this, added a Raycor fuel filter to the generator. Usually this filter is mounted around the corner and the access is not that great, so moved that around there to make it easy. And you got fuel tank port and starboard for each engine, your generator right here, and just give you a shot across the engine room. You can see the layout of all the electronics. I have a lot of photos of this whole engine room, all the details. It's beautifully laid out, a lot of very, very nice work in here. And then these two beautiful big Volvos. And there's good access around these engines to get to the dipsticks, the sea strainers, all that type of thing. So that is the engine room on Chelsea Rose. So moving inside, I'll put this down in a minute. It's got an electric lift, but again, aft sun pad to lay out, and this can be removed. It also has this big smile in here that's you can roll up, so that if people are sitting here and people are laying on the sun pad, you have a good sort of area of conversation. People aren't isolated outside. So here you have the switches labeled, cockpit table. This cockpit table goes up and down. It also converts to a bed. There's a filler cushion right here that goes on the bed. This is something that's a custom feature. There's some cleats that are made, boards that go in here, and this lowers down onto that, and the filler cushion goes on top, and you can make that into a huge big bed right there. If you're using the back sun pad, this flips down and becomes kind of a headrest. Garage doors up and down, underwater lights, and or cockpit lights are on a dimmer. It's a nice little upgrade. And then the blue underwater lights. There's also a fusion stereo system in the cockpit, and one in the salon and one in each cabin, all Bluetooth. And they can also be controlled by the Simrad multifunction display over there. Nice cockpit storage lockers right here. And engine room is down in this hatch. It is also accessible. I'll just give you a shot under here. This large door here, access to the engines, big Volvo D6s, and regularly serviced. You can see the service written on the oil filter there, and there's still about a year and a half remaining on the Volvo warranty on those engines. That's in August 2017, as of August 2017. Hot and cold swim shower there. And we'll move forward to this absolutely beautiful work of art here. This is a custom, this is not standard on these boats, this is a custom made teak and hardwood grill top and tabletop, and you can see it's got the inlaid compass rose right here. Absolutely stunning, flawless. Mirror finish, stainless protection for the wood above the grill here, electric Kenyan grill, and it also has a little wet bar right there. Beautiful centerpiece of this cockpit. And then storage under here, and it also has a little cockpit fridge. This whole area is just wonderful for entertaining. Has a great sound system. You can see the big subwoofer there, overhead speakers, dimmable LED lights, and there is an outlet that's on an inverter here if you wanted to mount a TV up here for entertaining. So as we get to the helm station, you can see this nice seat here. It's also got a bolster if you want to stand right here, and good hand grip if you're underway in rough conditions. Well thought out. Great helm station. The owner has had this custom made seat put in here, and custom helm seat made by LeBrock. Very, very soft. It's hydraulic, and it's just a beautiful seat to sit in. There was quite a bit of engineering done to take out the old seat, the original seat, and do some fiberglass work there for the base. Owner ensured that it was nice and solid and wouldn't flex, so some beautiful custom work there. Of course, the boat has outdrives that are controlled with this joystick or with the throttles individually, and then it's got a bow thruster here as well. VHF, and all your controls here, port and starboard, your Fusion stereo, and your Volvo controls here, trim tabs, and you have analog instruments and then digital readouts for port and starboard engine as well. So just a great helm station. Good visibility all round. Express boats always have a bit of a limitation with this this structural support here to support the roof, but it's actually really good when you're sitting here. This is the control for the skylight. And a little bit more storage over here. There's great storage all around this boat. There's more storage underneath here. This is locked actually right now. All your life jackets and the other covers for the windows, but plenty of storage in the cockpit here. And then windows, port and starboard, so that you get good cross ventilation in the cockpit. You can see, even with full sun here, how nice and shaded this is and cool inside here. When you have this open, the side windows and the back, it's actually really nice and cool. So that's the outside of Chelsea Rose. Let's go and take a look down below. So immediately as you come down below, and very easily accessible while standing in the cockpit, so you can reach all the battery switches for the house, 12-volt DC loads and the engine, and then your generator and 110 volt for your house and your air conditioning right there. This boat also has an added Xentrex battery monitor that shows the condition of your house bank right there, and then another monitor to monitor your water tanks and batteries right there. So as you come down, immediately at the base of the companionway steps, you have your galley. So it's got these solid surface sink covers here to give you more counter space, but dual stainless steel sink. And then the boat has an added water fixer here, which sterilizes the water. It goes through a carbon and then a UV filter to make nice drinking water. Owner had these custom covers made, mahogany cover for the stove top, and then this here just for storing things behind this. It was solid surface before, white, and he liked the look of the wood, and it's a great contrast with this white solid surface. And cream colored cabinets, you have plenty of cabinet space all around here. Up above you have microwave, so plenty of cabinet space. Well appointed galley, even have a porthole here, and lots of outlets, your switches. This is also a custom isotherm fridge and freezer, solid stainless, and a really nice and costly upgrade, so but very well worth it. The boat is carpeted throughout. This salon table converts into a bed. There's also a porthole there, and you've got Bose stereo with a subwoofer, so great surround sound here. You have a LG LED flat screen TV and your Fusion stereo, and of course you can plug an iPhone or some MP3 player into that and stream music through that. You have your air conditioning control there. We'll take a look at the master cabin, and the master cabin has its own ensuite head right here, freshwater flush toilet and separate stall shower, nice solid surface sink here, bright and airy, very clean. And this is the guest stateroom up forward. Beautiful picture windows to give you a good view and ventilation either side. There's also a hatch above the bed there. There is a owner's installed a wine cooler, very important. Store wine at a nice temperature, and you have a flat screen LG TV here with the same Fusion stereo and controls here. Lots of cupboard space, hanging locker right here, and then there is another hanging locker on the port side, and then more storage under the bed. Huge amount of storage space for large comforters, sleeping bags, anything like that. And just give you a shot of the galley and the companionway, and then we'll take a look at the master stateroom. So the master stateroom is full beam, as I showed you from the outside. Has these large picture windows either side, and a sofa to port, and then the storage lockers on either side, outboard here. This is a swing out flat screen LED TV here, and again Fusion stereo, and good hanging locker storage space there. There's lots of little storage cubbies and nooks all over the boat, and then of course it has its own ensuite head and shower. Again, freshwater flush toilet, mirrors, very bright. Materials Beneteau selects are just fantastic. They all go together very well and just make a great ambiance. There's the stall shower. Plenty of headroom in here. I'd estimate this at about 6, 8, 7 feet, something like that. And so that is the 2014 Beneteau GT 44 Chelsea Rose. If you want more information on the boat, please email me at paul@scyachts.com, or you can find the boat on our website at scyachts.com. Thank you for watching.